Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because today we're going all in on the most epic, most massive, and straight up mind-blowing planet in our solar system. Picture this: a world so huge you could cram more than 1,300 Earths inside it. A planet where one day is only 10 hours long, but a year lasts almost 12 Earth years. This gas giant has storms so insane that the Great Red Spot has been raging non-stop for at least 350 years, and it's big enough to swallow our entire planet whole. We're talking winds over 400 miles per hour. A magnetic field so powerful it creates the brightest auroras anywhere in the solar system. And it's not just one planet, it's basically a whole mini solar system with its own moons, some hiding underground oceans that might actually have life. This isn't sci-fi. This is Jupiter, the absolute king of the planets. In this ultimate deep dive, we're covering everything: its crazy ancient mythology, how it was discovered, its wild atmosphere, the insane secrets NASA's Juno mission uncovered beneath the clouds, its incredible family of moons, especially the 4 big Galilean ones, its faint rings, and what the future looks like for exploring this beast. By the time this video ends, you'll never look at that bright dot in the night sky the same way again. If you're pumped to explore the largest planet in our cosmic backyard, smash that like button right now and let's blast off. Alright, let's kick things off with the basics that are gonna blow your mind. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun, sitting about 484 million miles away. That's 5 times farther out than Earth. Because it's so far, it takes Jupiter nearly 11.86 Earth years to go all the way around the Sun. So if you were born on Jupiter, you'd basically still be a little kid right now in Earth years. But here's where it gets crazy: Jupiter's size. Its equatorial diameter is roughly 88,846 miles across, more than 11 times wider than Earth. If Earth was the size of a grape, Jupiter would be like a basketball. In terms of volume, you could fit 1,321 Earths inside it with room to spare. Its mass? Over 318 times Earth's. Jupiter is actually more massive than all the other planets in the solar system put together. Even though it's massive, Jupiter spins ridiculously fast. One full rotation takes just about 9 hours and 56 minutes, the shortest day of any planet in the solar system. That crazy spin flattens it at the poles and bulges it out at the equator, giving it this cool oblate, almost egg-shaped look. Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface like Earth or Mars. It's a gas giant made mostly of hydrogen and helium, the same stuff the Sun is made of. If you tried to land on it, you'd just keep sinking through thicker and thicker layers of gas and pressure until the crushing forces destroyed your spacecraft long before you reached any kind of core. What we see from Earth or through telescopes are those beautiful, colorful bands of clouds. The light zones are where gas is rising, and the darker belts are where it's sinking. All of this is powered by Jupiter's superfast rotation and the heat coming from deep inside the planet. Jupiter is also one of the brightest things in the night sky. It often outshines everything except Venus, the Moon, and sometimes Mars. Ancient civilizations spotted it easily. The Babylonians tracked it thousands of years ago. The Romans named it after Jupiter, their king of the gods, which totally fits the largest planet. The Greeks called it Zeus, and in Hindu astronomy it was Brihaspati, the teacher of the gods. Pretty much every culture saw it as a powerful, royal force in the sky. When Galileo Galilei pointed his telescope at Jupiter back in 1610, he made one of the biggest discoveries in history. He saw 4 bright little stars moving around the planet. Turns out they weren't stars at all, they were moons. This was the first solid proof that not everything revolves around Earth, and it helped kick off the scientific revolution. Today we know Jupiter has at least 95 confirmed moons, and more are being found all the time. But the original 4, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, are the real superstars. We'll go deep on them in a bit. But before we get to the moons, let's talk about what makes Jupiter look so freaking awesome. Jupiter's atmosphere is like a giant, chaotic weather machine. It's about 90% hydrogen and 10% helium, with small amounts of methane, ammonia, water vapor, and other stuff. The clouds we see are made of ammonia ice crystals up top, ammonium hydrosulfide in the middle, and possibly water ice deeper down. Those bright colors? Scientists believe they're from complex chemical reactions triggered by sunlight, or even lightning. The exact mix that creates those red, orange, brown, and white swirls is still a bit of a mystery, and that's exactly why Jupiter keeps scientists so excited. The star of the show is obviously the Great Red Spot. This massive anticyclonic storm has been going strong for over 350 years, maybe longer. It's about 1.3 times the width of Earth, around 16,000 kilometers across. Inside it, winds are screaming between 400 to 500 kilometers per hour. The Great Red Spot is a high-pressure system spinning counterclockwise in Jupiter's southern hemisphere. It's stuck between two jet streams going opposite directions, which helps it last for centuries. Unlike hurricanes on Earth that die when they hit land, Jupiter has no surface, so this storm can keep going as long as it has energy from the planet's internal heat and rotation. Is the spot getting smaller? Yeah, observations show it's been shrinking over the decades. It was way bigger in the late 1800s. Recent Juno data suggests smaller storms are feeding into it. If those slow down, the spot might keep shrinking or even disappear one day. But right now, it's still a total beast. Jupiter has tons of other storms too, white ovals, brown ovals, and smaller vortices. Back in 2010, an entire belt vanished for a while under high clouds and then came back. The weather on this planet is constantly changing. Deeper down, things get extreme fast. As you go deeper, pressure skyrockets. Hydrogen turns to liquid, and even deeper, under millions of atmospheres of pressure, it becomes metallic hydrogen, a weird liquid metal that conducts electricity like crazy. This layer is what creates Jupiter's insanely powerful magnetic field, 20,000 times stronger than Earth's. Jupiter's magnetosphere is the biggest structure in the solar system after the heliosphere. It stretches millions of kilometers and traps particles, creating deadly radiation belts. Any spacecraft that visits has to be seriously shielded. Lightning on Jupiter is real and intense. Juno has picked up shallow lightning, high in the atmosphere where ammonia and ice crystals crash together, totally different from Earth's water-based lightning. The poles are wild too. Instead of one big storm like a hurricane, Juno showed us clusters of massive, Earth-sized cyclones at both poles, up to 9 in the north and 6 in the south. They push against each other but stay stable thanks to Jupiter's fast spin. So what's really hiding under those clouds? For a long time, scientists thought Jupiter had a small, dense rocky core surrounded by metallic and molecular hydrogen. But NASA's Juno mission completely flipped the script. Juno launched in 2011, arrived at Jupiter on July 4, 2016, and has been flying in a crazy elliptical polar orbit ever since. It runs on huge solar arrays and carries instruments to measure gravity, magnetic fields, and composition. It's named after Juno, the wife of Jupiter in Roman mythology, because she could see through clouds. Juno dropped some major surprises. The core isn't a solid ball, it's fuzzy and spread out, mixed with metallic hydrogen and heavy elements. This means Jupiter probably formed differently than we thought, maybe by pulling in big planetesimals or even getting hit by something huge early on. Juno also found more water than expected, about 0.25% in the atmosphere, 3 times more than the Sun. The magnetic field is lumpy and asymmetric. The colorful bands actually go hundreds of kilometers deep. And yes, those wild polar cyclones are real. Juno has flown close to the big moons and taken stunning pictures. The mission keeps getting extended, and it might keep going until the late 2020s before it dives into Jupiter's atmosphere so it doesn't contaminate the moons. Thanks to Juno, everything we thought about Jupiter got turned upside down. It's giving us huge clues about how gas giants form around other stars. Jupiter doesn't just have moons, it has its own little solar system. The 4 biggest ones, the Galilean moons, were discovered by Galileo in 1610, and each one is a world of its own. Io, the closest one, is the most volcanically active place in the entire solar system. It has over 400 active volcanoes. Its surface is covered in sulfur and looks like a crazy pizza with yellows, oranges, and reds. Tidal forces from Jupiter and the other moons squeeze Io like crazy, melting its insides and shooting huge plumes hundreds of kilometers into space. Because the surface keeps getting resurfaced, it barely has any craters. It's a beautiful kind of hell. Europa is the smooth one. Its icy crust is covered in cracks and lines, but almost no craters. Underneath that ice shell, maybe 10 to 30 kilometers thick, there's a massive global ocean of liquid water, possibly twice as much as all of Earth's oceans combined. Tidal heating keeps the water warm. Europa is one of the best places in the solar system to look for life. NASA's Europa Clipper mission is already on its way to check it out. Ganymede is the biggest moon in the solar system, even larger than the planet Mercury. It has a metallic core, rocky mantle, an icy crust, and it's the only moon with its own magnetic field. It shows signs of past tectonic activity and might have a salty ocean buried between layers of ice. Its surface has dark old areas and bright grooved regions. Callisto is the outermost big moon. It's super cratered and looks ancient, kind of like our moon but way bigger. It might also have a subsurface ocean. Since it's farther away, it gets less radiation, making it a safer spot for possible future bases. These 4 moons are locked in a 1:2:4 orbital resonance that keeps their orbits stretched and powers all that tidal heating. Jupiter also has dozens of smaller moons, many of them captured asteroids with weird orbits. Jupiter has a faint ring system too, discovered by Voyager 1 in 1979. Unlike Saturn's bright rings, Jupiter's are mostly dusty particles from its tiny inner moons getting smashed by meteoroids. They're super thin and hard to see from Earth. Jupiter acts like a giant shield for the inner solar system. Its huge gravity pulls in or deflects a lot of comets and asteroids that might otherwise slam into Earth. Without Jupiter, we might have had way more extinction-level impacts. Its powerful magnetic field creates amazing auroras, but it also makes getting close to Jupiter really dangerous for spacecraft. From ancient times to today, Jupiter has always inspired wonder. In science, it's our best lab for understanding how planets and atmospheres form, and even where life might exist. If you want to see Jupiter yourself, grab some binoculars and you can spot its disk plus the 4 Galilean moons as tiny dots. A small telescope will show the cloud bands and sometimes the Great Red Spot. Use apps like Stellarium to track the moons and the spot's position. Looking ahead, Europa Clipper is heading to Europa, and there are ideas for probes that could dive into the atmosphere or land on the moons. Studying Jupiter also helps us understand all those hot Jupiters we've found around other stars. Bottom line, Jupiter isn't just another planet. It's a stormy, magnetic powerhouse that helped shape our whole solar system, and it's still hiding tons of secrets, from its fuzzy core all the way to possible life in Europa's hidden ocean. So tell me in the comments, what blows your mind the most about Jupiter? The Great Red Spot? The moons? Juno's crazy discoveries? Let me know what you want to see next: Saturn, exoplanets, black holes? If you like this deep dive, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share it with your friends who love space. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep looking up.